So this administration can't help but embarrass themselves. I did a video earlier talking about how Donald Trump was trying to rename the Department of Defense to the Department of War, and how it's going to take Congress, there's no guarantee, but Secretary of Defense, because I refuse to call him the Secretary of War until Congress passes it, Pete Hegseth comes out and says, well, we're going to embrace maximum lethality and not tepid legality. That's what he said about this name change, basically saying that they're going to change the way that they go about looking at using the military and training our soldiers, things like that, for maximum firepower and everything, not focusing solely on defense, which is not the way we should be doing things. And I don't think it's going to actually take. But this just shows that they say anything to sound tough. I did in my video earlier, I was talking about how this was all an effort for Donald Trump to appear like the tough guy. But now with those comments from Pete Hegseth, it really shows what's behind this. And Donald Trump wants to be the peace president. You know, he ran on that idea. Oh, no new wars under me. And, you know, I should get the Nobel Peace Prize, but they won't give it to me because I'm Donald Trump. And he really thinks he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. He doesn't, but he wants one because Barack Obama got one. And Joe Biden has been nominated for one. Yes, Donald Trump has been nominated by a few people, but nobody that the Nobel Prize Committee has taken seriously. And from what I understand, he's nowhere close to actually being a finalist or being seriously considered. But he wants to get a Nobel Prize. But then he goes to change the name of the Department of Defense to the Department of War. And then his handpicked Secretary of Defense comes out with these comments talking about changing the strategy and not worrying about tepid legality. That is ridiculous. That's not going to help your case there. And this just shows he's puffing his chest out and trying to act all tough like bullies do when they're getting backed into a corner. Everything is coming crashing down around this administration. Nothing is working right. They're getting court case after court case where they lose out time and time again and get ruled against time and time again. Public opinion shifting away from them. The economy's bad. All of these things, you have the Epstein files, none of it's working in their favor. So they're backed into a corner and he's puffing up his chest and Hegseth is trying to be the tough guy here too. It's not going to work. But they're out of options. They don't know what else to do. So this is their strategy. And it's not going to help him win the Peace Prize that he so desperately wants.